Welcome everyone to race number 2 of the Short Track Super Stock Series hosted by the iRacing Super Stock League and sponsored by Smith Wraps and Graphics. I'm your announcer Atlee at Van Leeson. Joining me tonight to call the action is my good friend and experienced iRacer, Joe Wright. Hey Joe, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Atlee, I'm doing great. I'm excited for some short track action here at the Speedway, and I can't wait to see what goes on. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. Lanier looks like a very interesting track. I've never seen racing here. I know it is currently defunct right now, but we're glad that iRacing has restored the track so people from all around the world can still race in it even though it is closed. So let's talk about this series that we are racing in tonight. So the Short Track Super Stock Series will always be on Monday nights, and the Street Stocks at a lot of different short track all around the United States each week, and the series is sponsored by Smith Wraps and Graphics. Speaking of Smith Wraps and Graphics, let's talk about that. So they have over 25 years in the signs, graphics, and wraps industry. Smith Wraps and Graphics is committed to quality products and exceptional customer service. Swag is a family-owned small business that is located in Yorktown, Virginia, and serves commercial customers in the racing community up and down the East Coast. Owner Billy Smith does race sometimes in these races. He's not currently doing it tonight, but he is a great owner, very experienced in the industry. If you want more information, you can call 757-874-2438. Again, it's 757-874-2438. Or you can visit them on Facebook at Smith Wraps and Graphics. Great company. They do like work trucks and like race cars. Beautiful designs when they wrap cars. Recommend them if you are a racer, or maybe if you have a business and you are like a handyman business, you can paint your truck. A lot of different things. So tonight we're going to have a 4-lap qualifier in a 40-lap race. Joe, what should we be looking for here during qualifying and early on in the race?
So I'm pretty sure we're switching up the format a little bit tonight, Atlee. They're going with 20 laps. 20 and 20. 20 and 20.
Okay. A new format for you guys. Very interesting to see how that will play out here at Lanier Motor Speedway. And let's talk a little bit about Lanier National Speedway. So Lanier was a typical Southern dirt track when it opened in 1982, but then 5 years later in 1987, the 3/8 mile oval was paved in. Its moderately banked wide open turns and fairly short straightaways made NASCAR-sanctioned Lanier National Speedway a good test for the track's weekly racing divisions, including pro late models, open wheel modifieds, legends, and of course, street stocks. Located across the highway from another prestigious racing track, Road Atlanta Road Course, also in Braselton, Georgia. In the track's heyday, it was not unusual to find world-renowned road racers scattered among the throngs, watching the intense racing at Lanier, no doubt wondering if they could hack it out there, running wheel-to-wheel lap after lap. Some drivers that you might know, like Dale Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, Michael Waltrip, David Stremme, Bobby Labonte, and road racer and occasional NASCAR driver Andy Laley all competed at Lanier before the track suspended its weekly racing program following the 2011 season. Lanier National Speedway was purchased by another road racer, Jim Downing, and renamed Lanier Raceplex in 2014. However, plans to reopen the facility as a racetrack/stadium concert venue have yet to bear fruit. In the meantime, iRacers can still race on a digital version of Lanier while waiting for the hills of Braselton to once again echo with the sounds of Georgia-style short track racing. We're here right now, virtually of course, and it's looking to be a great race. The first driver out onto the field qualifying, and he gets loose. The 99 car of Brandon Campbell started out qualifying, he got loose. This is going to be...
I'm wondering if that's a tactic, because the 55 of Mackenzie Brewer was getting it sideways too. getting the tires warmed up, maybe, Atlee?
The amount of possibilities on why you would do that, I'm not sure. You're right, it could be a tactic, strategy, or it could just be a problem with the car. Well, one driver out here who's looking like he's not having a problem. Clean laps going on for Jeff Carlson. Another driver running some clean laps is Craig Smith. 19 car of Dawson McKenty. Nice looking Tide car. He's turning some fast laps. Mackenzie Brewer is the first driver off the bat. Oh, and a car gets loose. Brandon Campbell for the second time. I'm not sure if it's a strategy anymore because he's been doing it repeatedly. It might be just car troubles maybe, or the driver. I'm not sure. Still turning fast laps. The 19 of Dawson McKenty. Now on the track now is the 12 car of Eric G. Let's see if he can turn some fast.
What they say though, Atlee, loose is fast, so we'll see.
That's the third time now for Brandon Campbell, and now a fourth.
I think he called it a day.
Wow. Disappointing there for Brandon Campbell. Struggled in qualifying. I'm not sure exactly what was wrong with that car. Anything that you would think would have been, Joe?
I think he was just loose, trying to make her go fast. Maybe reduce stability, trying to go fast. Loose is fast at these tracks. So
looks like another driver out in the track now. The 01 of Ron McCall. He seems to be running clean laps.
Tonight's event is 40 laps.
Nobody has yet to beat Mackenzie Brewer, setting a very, very, very fast time of 14.637.
And that'll be the only
way to go, Mackenzie. That was great qualifying time. Second place, though, not far behind, is Craig Smith with the 14.677. They seem to be running in the 14.67s and 8s. Those are the typical times that these cars seem to be running. I believe every driver has set a qualifying time except for the race host Ian Martin. He has not qualified yet.
Before the start-finish line, you'll be disqualified.
Joe, you are an experienced iRacer. What is going to be the strategies for these drivers tonight?
You'll be penalized if you get too excessive.
Atlee, I think the strategy here might be to be riding at the back, and when they invert that field after that 20 laps, you'll be in good track position, and hopefully you can stay out of trouble for the first portion of it. I think the biggest thing is going to be staying out of trouble, especially what we saw in qualifying and warm-ups with how loose some of these guys were running.
We saw like Brandon Campbell. There were a few accidents in the warm-ups, so maybe that could go into the race where it could be a wreck fest, or there could be 0 cautions. It really just depends on these drivers. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, these drivers do have fixed setups?
I'm not sure for this series, but I'm pretty positive.
So that means for you viewers that are watching that they all have the same car, so then it's up to the driver. That's how they determine how fast their car goes.
I have some big things planned for the league.
Wrapping up, Jeff Carlson out on the track now, trying to set some fast times. Couldn't make it. Qualifying is officially done for the day here at Lanier National Speedway. A lot of virtual fans here. Beautiful racetrack in the hills of Georgia.
Please let me know.
It's a shame that it is closed, but they do say that they're going to try to revive it and bring it back to its racing roots.
I would travel down there and go check it out. If they do that, I'd be there for the opening. It'd be fun. Be a good time. As an iRacer, when you first start racing, these are one of the first tracks you start on and get used to.
It's one of the free tracks. When you first get onto iRacing, you get free tracks and free cars, and then you have to buy the rest of the cars and the rest of the tracks. And for the new drivers, rookie, this is one of the first ever races they will run in iRacing, as it's one of the only tracks they have. Let's look here at the starting order. They're gridding up right now. Let's see the starting position for each of these drivers. It's not, looks like Mackenzie Brewer is starting in the first position, and he fast all qualifying, all practice. He's gonna be the driver to beat. If you watched Intensity Broadcasting on Friday, we were doing the Cash League, and he was very fast out there, though Ian Martin would win that race. He was still out there very fast, and we'll see if he has that speed tonight. But there is a lot of
Who's your call for tonight's race, Atlee? Who do you think's got this?
There's a lot of different drivers, and let's go over the starting order and see all the challengers. First of all, it is Mackenzie Brewer. He's D-Class with an I rating of 2,410. He's starting in your first position. In second, it's the number 1 machine of Craig Smith, rounding out row 1. Then in row 2, it's Michael Rizzero in that number 23 car. Then right next to him is Dawson McKenty. Then in row number 3, starting in the 5th position, it's Cody Hardy in the number 54. Right next to him is Andrew Himmelman in the number 16. Row number 4, we got Michael Miller in the number 24 and Nicholas Andreas in the number 88. Row number 5, we see Ron McCall in the number 01, and right by his side is the number 20 of Tyler Holden. Then in row number 6, it's Ryan McCall in the number 52, and right next to him is Brandon Campbell in the number 99. Then in row number 7, starting in 13th, it's Matt Cook in the number 15 machine. Then starting in 14th, it's Eric G racing in the number 12. And that's all we're going to get by. Jeff Carlson, another, and green flag is out here at Lanier Motor Speedway as the drivers and cars are revving up. Mackenzie Brewer does seem to get a jump into the lead. Is right behind him, though, is the number 1 car of Craig Smith, lurking right behind. And then also there's Michael Rizzero. But I don't think any moves are going to be made until maybe the nitty-gritty of the end of the first section of the race. There's going to be 2 sessions or stages.
Yep, 2 20-lap segments, Atlee.
Alright, so, and then the top 10 will be converted into the next segment?
I think they're going to invert the whole field.
Invert the whole arc. So we might not see any moves until maybe the end of that second segment. Oh, a move is getting made under Michael Rizzero back there, the 19 car of Dawson McKenty and Michael Rizzero are side by side going into the turns. It may not be a battle for the lead, but it's still a battle for position here at Lanier Motor National Speedway. Every position counts, every track position. They're going to be fighting for the 3rd position. Look how fast he is. That 55 of Mackenzie Brewer is having a great car today, but that 1 car is right behind him. Look, far chase cam. Imagine how he knows that he has a fast car, but he also knows that the number 1 car has a fast car. So he's looking at him in his rear view mirror, trying to block him, not wanting him to pass him. If you're a driver like Mackenzie Brewer, Joe, what is going through your head right now?
Oh, if I'm Mackenzie Brewer, I'm just, like I said previous broadcasts, just keeping my tires nice and not beating them up too bad, not pushing the limits of them. If you hear them squealing and stuff like that, you're eating those tires up, and eventually what will happen, you start pushing up the hill and people will be able to get underneath you, especially if they've been taking care of their stuff for the race. But they had a really good battle for the 3rd position, and 19 just now clearing him into 2.
we did have another race before where there was a car that had a very fast car, but he spent the whole race hot lapping, and he ended up losing the wear of his tire, and the second place car managed to pass him. That's the kind of thing that you do not want to do, and the thing that Mackenzie Brewer needs to try to prevent, so that number 1 car doesn't get past them. And look, he's going under. Oh no, that's the, oh yeah, Mackenzie Brewer is passing the lap car. Since this track is very short, we're going to see some drivers getting lapped, a lot of lap cars to be passed. That could result in an accident. Like I've seen occurrences where the first place driver might get stuck behind a lap car and they're hard to pass.
It'll definitely give us some more action, that's for sure, Atlee. That makes the leader have to maneuver himself through the pack. Even when he's not racing somebody, he may have to make some moves to get by him, so they don't hold him up, and the second place and third place guys don't run him down and give him the business, you know?
Right now, when they cross the stripe, we're now 5 laps to go till the end of that first segment. Then they will invert all of those drivers into the second segment, and the main dominator of this one has been Mackenzie Brewer in the number 55 car. Has a great car, but really not far behind. Lurking is that number 1 car. Lanier National Speedway has been a great track so far. It's a shame that it is closed right now. It would be great to go and see a race here. Still, a lot of fans are here, even though this isn't real life, but it's crazy how realistic iRacing looks. It's so real to the actual racing in these cars. Like these.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, caution's out.
Halfway car.
I think that's the end of
It's the halfway.
Yep, we are now at the end of the first segment of this race, and it's been all Mackenzie Brewer so far.
So we ran caution free for 20 laps. That's really good. If you can see, though, we got a lot of rubber buildup. They start getting into those marbles on that high line. We might see some loose cars.
Yeah, Mackenzie Brewer, C. Smith, or Craig Smith, they were all, some of them were hot lapping it, trying to get away from each other. That could pay the price, though. We're getting into the final segment of this race, and when the white flag waves, we'll see the winner, but it isn't over till the fat lady sings. Still a lot of racing to be done here at Lanier National Speedway. Still a lot of drivers in contention to for this race. Oh, we do have some information right here. We are going to be having a single file restart. That could be very good from Mackenzie Brewer, not having a car on the outside competing with him.
So maybe they're not inverting. Maybe they're just doing a competition caution to get guys back on the lead lap if they were a couple laps down.
We do want competition and competitive racing. You might be right. That could be the reason why we are under caution. It's not 2 segments, and I do believe they are all inverting to into these next segment. 16 cars and only one can win. There are still.
Yep. Restarts on Mackenzie. He's saying pace lights are out.
Green from here.
Oh yeah, the lights on the pace car have gone out. When he pulls in, it'll be green flag racing again. Exciting to see what
green
that
flag,
one car will do. And green flag is out here at Lanier National Speedway. Another great jump for Mackenzie Brewer. Oh, the 19 cars right on the bumper of the 1 car of Craig Smith. He must have had a great restart, enough to get up there on the bumper of Craig Smith. He still hasn't managed to make a pass on there. Look at the onboard cam of that number 19 car. A lot of things are going through his head right now, because if he does pass that 1 car, he'll have 1 more car to pass, and that's Mackenzie Brewer, who is the leader. But right behind him, since he is struggling to get past that one car, that leaves a chance for the number 23 of Michael Rosero to catch up to the 19 car. So this is kind of a three-way battle for second, third, and fourth here, while Mackenzie Brewer is living the life up there.
Yep, he's just driving away from him there. He's stepping out. We'll see how that fares well come down to those last 5 or 6 laps. We'll see if he ate it up too much.
He seems to be doing okay right now. None of those back drivers behind him are getting too major of a run up on him as he keeps extending the lead on second place car of Craig Smith. And Craig Smith right now might not even be second place when the race is done, because there are 2 other cars right on their bumper, right on his bumper. Will they make the pass by the end of the race, though? Look at Mackenzie Brewer. That number 55 car has a great car. Going to be the driver to beat here.
Yeah, my favorite Andrew just got into his level.
Yeah, absolutely, Atlee. He's on another level right now. Just driving away from him. He's going to start lapping people here again soon. That might slow him down a little bit. Oh, we got a little...
Oh, the 19 car. The 19 car is getting under the 1 car, or he was. Let's look at this tight battle since Mackenzie Brewer is up there alone. Look at that, the 23 car of Michael Rosero. It was under the 19 car. He gets back behind them. The 1 car is getting a little bit of a lead now over Drew McKenty, so now it's going to be that 19 car and the 23 car battle for fourth place. 23 car gets onto the bumper of the 19 car. They go down into the turns. The 23 car is lurking, waiting to make that move on that 19 car. The 19 car trying to get up to that 1 car again so he can make the move and have the 1 car deal with Michael Rosero. That's his problem to deal with. Michael Rosero, though, has not yet completed the pass. 5 laps to go. This race has been going by quickly, mainly because it's a short track with fast cars. Oh, there's a wreck over there. The 23 car was spinning over there. They have not brought out the caution yet, though. Must not have been too much of a concern for these drivers. They did not really need to avoid that car. Look at Mackenzie Brewer.
Yep, the 24 got cleared off the track, so they just kept it green.
So no caution, still completed racing. That's a good thing for Mackenzie Brewer, which means he gets to extend his lead even more. Look at that. Like, that looks to be like 6 or 7 car lengths. That's a lot of gap between him and that 1 car. Final lap. And let's see if he can get it done. We're going to the finish line, and that's it. Mackenzie Brewer in the number 55 car will win this race. Congratulations to Mackenzie Brewer.
Another dominant performance by Mackenzie Brewer. We watched him last week do some great things in that car, and here he is again, dominating.
Yep, he deserves to pull into victory lane. Fantastic again. Today, we do want to thank our sponsor, again, Smith Wraps and Graphics, for all that they have done for our community. They again have 25 years in the signs, graphics, and wraps business, and they are committed to quality products and exceptional customer service. It's a family-owned small business that is located in Yorktown, Virginia, and serves commercial customers and the racing community up and down the East Coast. So if you do need more information, if you are interested in maybe getting a race car wrapped, or maybe you have a business and want their logo stamped on side of a maintenance vehicle, then go ahead and contact them. You can call them on 757-874-2438, or if it's a little bit easier, maybe if you have a Facebook account, you can go on Facebook and look them up, Smith Wraps and Graphics. It's great company. They do quality service. Great race here at Lanier National Speedway. And the winner, hailing from Canada, it's Mackenzie Brewer. Second place was Craig Smith. Third was Dawson McKenty. In fourth, it's Michael Rozzero. In fifth, it's Cody Hardy. In sixth, it's Ryan McCall. Seventh place is Nicholas Andreas. Eighth is Brandon Campbell. In ninth, it's Eric G. 10th is Matt Cook. 11th is Ron McCall. 12th is Andrew Himmelman. 13th is Tyler Holden. 14th is Michael Smith Jr. 15th is Michael Miller. 16th is Jeff Carlson. And 17th is Ian Martin. Great racing. There were 0 lead changes, and all of the laps were led by Mackenzie Brewer. There was one caution, and that was the competition caution in between 20 of the 40 laps, and that's your race summary of today. Thank you again for joining us for race number 2 of the Short Track Super Stock Series, hosted by the iRacing Super Stock League and sponsored by Smith Wraps and Graphics. I am Atlee Atman-Weath, and I have been joined tonight by Joe Wright. Please like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook to see more racing action like this. Hope to see you guys next time, and we'll see you whatever track we're on and whatever